I think often we know the path that we want to travel. We've got an idea of what it is we would love to do, but there is a resistance to it often. There's reasons why we think it might not work. There's reasons to delay. There's reasons to put it off till another month, another year, another decade maybe. I think we're taught to think like that, really. I mean, there are set times for things like retirement comes, it used to be 65. I know the age for that is going up now in the UK. But our minds are kind of trained to think of things in terms of age and right timing. So thinking about maybe doing things differently can bring up a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear. I know for me, when I think about maybe dropping permanent employment and doing something for myself completely, that brings up anxiety about money, about finances, because I'm so used to having a regularly paid job that the idea of not having a regular payment or not knowing where I'm going to get money to pay bills from creates a lot of anxiety. But I also know that if I would drop my permanent job, it would free up a lot of time. So I'd have all my time would be mine to do whatever I want with. And I'd be able to invest that in my own pursuits and my own interests. So really, I suppose the idea of dropping things to focus on my own ideas is maybe a lack of belief in myself, in the sense that am I going to be able to make money without having somebody else to rely on, but without having a company that's going to pay me for doing a certain job. In the meantime, I'm spending a lot of my week doing a job which doesn't excite me and I'm not passionate about. It's okay, it's a fine job, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's getting in the way of me actually doing what I would love to do and taking that risk and putting all of my energy into what I'm interested in, rather than putting a large chunk of my energy into somebody else's ambitions and somebody else's ideas. So taking the step towards ourselves really can be very difficult. And there's a lot of resistance to it often. A lot of people might resist. So say if you've got an idea to start a business or to follow a creative pursuit and you mention it to your friends and colleagues, do you get support? Do people think that's a good idea? Or are other people not willing to take the risk? I mean, if other people aren't willing to take the risk, they're unlikely to advise you to. So it really is a step of faith to step into the unknown and to just believe in yourself and take that step towards freedom, essentially. If you could do whatever you want with your own time, that is a massive freedom. If you can make enough money from doing that in order to pay all your bills and enjoy your life, then you're really onto a winner. So if this is something you're thinking about doing, I would really encourage you to think about the resistance to it and think about what excuses you're coming up with, what voices there are in your head. Whose voices are they? Are they voices of parents? Are they voices of people around you, of your colleagues, of your friends? Are there any voices which are encouraging you and allowing you to take that risk? And how could you develop an inner voice which believes in yourself, which encourages you, and which trusts that the next step is the right one? This is questions I'm asking myself, to be honest, because I feel like I'm on the cusp of doing this, of stepping into the unknown and pursuing my own interests and seeing how I can make enough money to cover my bills and become financially free without being committed to a job which I don't feel passionate about anymore. If this resonates with you, and if you have ideas or even just comments, or you recognise that sense of having voices in your head which are discouraging you, please comment, and let's have an interaction and get talking about this topic.